Before I get into the unboxing, I'd like to thank Vaulted Vinyl for sending me their new Vault Air wall-mountable Funko Pop display. It's a super high quality foam, so it's really lightweight, so you can mount it almost anywhere. And I really like the carbon fiber textured finish on it. Makes it look really nice. And even though you can mount it on the wall, you could also just display it on your mantle like I'm doing here, or anywhere really. It's very sturdy. I'll put a link to Vaulted Vinyl's website in the description if you would like to get a display of your own. Hey, what's up everyone? Yes, I am still alive. And I have a few more good years in me yet. But the reason I've been gone for so long is that late September, October, November are very busy months for me, the busiest time of the year, because I'm in agriculture and that's when our harvest is going on. But now that it's December, I get to relax a little bit and go back to doing one of my favorite things in the world, and that is opening a bunch of Funko Pops from a bunch of packages that I ordered so long ago that I kind of forgot what they are. And I'll talk about my thoughts on the store I bought them from, my thoughts on the pop, maybe some future values, and some design and other bullshit. Okay, so before I start opening the pops, I did receive a package from one of my viewers. He would like to remain anonymous. He just sent me something out of the kindness of his own heart, which is very awesome. And this particular viewer, I believe, doesn't even collect Funko Pops, but watches my videos anyways, which is like the biggest compliment you can give a Funko Pop YouTuber, right? Like, I don't even collect Pops, but I watch your videos. So really appreciate you, dude. Thank you for sending this my way. Oh, man. So, recently, I started getting into Hot Wheels. I'm not collecting them super hardcore. I don't need everything in a series. I just like certain cars here and there, especially if the car looks really cool and also they have nice card artwork. And here is a 59 Cadillac bunny car with Nightmare Before Christmas graphics on it. Very nice. This is one of the Hot Wheels premiums. Very cool. Now this is, I don't know how much this is worth, but to me, this is a grail because I love this movie. Very silly, right? But I used to watch it with my dad a lot. And I always thought that the Lotus Esprit submarine car is maybe the coolest James Bond car ever. I mean, I know that's a hot take. People like the Aston Martin. But to me, the Lotus that turns into submarine is what I would want. It's so cool. And now I got one. This is really awesome. Very special to me. Yeah, and it looks great. Thank you. Now here is the TV series Batmobile from the Adam West show. Convertible Batmobile. Very cool. So he told me he sent me the Lotus and one other car or so, but he sent quite a few here. And I'm feeling pretty special, pretty awesome, dude. From Toy Story, the RC car. Look how cool they look. I really love the Disney and Pixar branded Hot Wheels. Very nice. Oh, look at this. An 85 Ford Bronco. The Broncos were so cool, man. Like, I wish I had a nice, pristine, like, awesome 80s Bronco. One of my uncles had one, and I thought it was so cool. This is pretty nice. Oh, look at this. Captain America. A Volkswagen T1 drag bus. Pretty heavy. You know, this is probably one that would be cool to launch down the tracks, and this is a heavy one. Really cool artwork on there. Here are the other ones you can get. I believe the only other Marvel one I have might be I think I have a Scarlet Witch bus as well. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. Oh, very nice. So also the regular Lotus. So, you know, the way it turns into a submarine is that the wheels turn in. Like, if you watch the movie, it's not, like, physically possible. Like, the wheels, they're like this, right? And they turn inwards like this and then raise up into the car like it doesn't have an engine or anything in there, you know? And then these, I guess, fins come out. It's a lot of bullshit, but really awesome, really fantastical. Really love these two. Oh, and another James Bond car. No Time to Die. I actually really liked this movie. It had some flaws, but I did like some of the new characters they introduced. Some of the action sets were awesome. I think it's definitely not the best Craig movie. I still think that's Casino Royale and then Skyfall. But I think this one is right up there. Maybe not as good as Skyfall either, but I think right underneath Skyfall, I would put No Time to Die. For sure. And this is the Aston Martin, the 63. After it's been in a gun battle. Very cool. And here we have Kit from Knight Rider. Very awesome car. You know, I was really, really little. Like, I wasn't alive, I don't think, when Knight Rider was on TV, unless it was on in the 80s. But I don't know, I want to say this was like a 70s show. But I'm really not sure. I only ever remember seeing it a couple of times on TV. So here is Kit in the pursuit mode. But yeah, I'm not 100% familiar with Knight Rider. I do know of it, right? And yeah, I did see some reruns as a child, but it was never like a go-to show for me, but I did like it. But Kit the car, super classic. Even if you've never seen Knight Rider, just through cultural osmosis, you know this car. Very famous car. And it's almost like you read my mind. I literally said, this would be a cool one to take out and launch down a track because it is so heavy. And here's a loose one. Like, how did you know? How did you know that my childlike mind would actually want to launch this down a track? Really like Hot Wheels. Such old school toys. Classic. Like, to me, they're almost Americana. Super well made. Still made out of metal. Super high quality. Just look at the Captain America shield rim there. Nice little details. Nice graphics. Paint is super clean. High quality. Really love Hot Wheels. Oh. These ones open up. Shiny. Oh, there's still more in here, man. You really outdid yourself, man. So this is a land speeder from Star Wars. The first one. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen this before. I'm guessing this must be kind of rare since you have it in this protector. But yeah, that's really awesome, man. You've like... Now my Hot Wheels collection, all the cooler cars are all these ones. Because it's not very big and it's not, you know, super awesome. I don't have any Grails, but now I got quite a few, it looks like. Really nice. Oh, and I was actually looking at these on eBay. Oh, look how cool that is. Happy New Year 2020. A year to remember. You know, when I'm an old man and I have grandchildren and I'm like 90 years old, I'm going to pull this out and be like, let me tell you about 2020. Lots of good Funko Pops that year. And this is another Aston Martin, a newer one. Doesn't say the year, but how mean is that car? Really awesome. I love every single one of these. It's almost like you watch my channel and you pay attention to the stuff I like. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate ya. Thank you for watching and sending all these cars my way. Really gonna cherish them. Alright, so I have a couple of packages from Amazon that I wasn't sure if they were pops or not, so I opened them, but I wanted to show you so you can see how Amazon packages. Now, they did put a bubble so it doesn't, bounce around as much. Amazon in the past, they used to ship it like this, maybe even in a bigger box. So at least they're kind of putting a bubble, but yeah, Amazon a lot of the times is $1 or $2 cheaper, but you're risking damage because of how they sent it. Why did I order this from Amazon? I'm really not sure, because this is a common. I think it was because it was like $8 or $9 and the price was right, and I took my chances because they are getting better, and this one is perfectly acceptable. I mean, I guess you can say there's a little bit of a crease here, but it's minimal. Really no bashed in corners, nothing ridiculous, so I got lucky. The only thing that sucks about this one, and it's not Amazon's fault, not Funko's fault either, is that it did come after Halloween, and this was announced for Funkoween, and it's Vincent Price. So a pop like this would be nice to get for Halloween. A very small nitpick. I'm just happy that Amazon didn't screw it up. And I got another one from Amazon. Also common, also Funkoween, also sent in the same way. Or actually, is the Diamond Elvira common? Maybe that's why I ordered this from Amazon. Let me know, because I really don't remember. Because I think they made a regular version of this one and this diamond version. And maybe this diamond version is the exclusive, or maybe it's just a diamond version. I really am drawing a blank. But I already have a glittery red dress Elvira. This one's a little redundant, but I did like that she's holding a heart. So yeah, if you don't have the red dress Elvira, here's your chance to own a red dress Elvira without having to pay $350 for it. She came out nice. Paint job is pretty decent. Even the lips. Sometimes when they do those red lips on the pops, they look pretty hideous, but looks pretty good. Like the little highlight in there. Alright, so I also got from Hot Topic, one in a bag. Hopefully it's not a Rey Mysterio. If you've been watching the channel, I don't know what I did. I ordered like 5 Rey Mysterios for some reason. Oh, and yep, some damage, of course, because when you ship in bags like that, especially when they're oversized, you're just asking. I mean, you're literally begging the mailman to grab it and toss it, and what's it going to land on? The corners, of course. And now Hot Topic has the balls to be charging even more for shipping, when before they used to charge less and the pops were mint. Kind of sucks. I mean, that would bother me less if it was in the back corner, but, you know, to most people, that's fine. Probably going to take it out of the package, whatever. But for somebody that consider themselves like a hardcore Funko Pop collector, like an avid collector, that's to the point of being unacceptable. Like, if I saw this in the store, I wouldn't buy this unless I was giving it to somebody that I knew was going to open it, take it out of the package, throw the box away, and even then, maybe if it was on sale, because, yeah, I mean, you don't want to give somebody something that's damaged, even if it's just the package. But this is Julio Cesar Chavez, Mexican boxing legend. Was undefeated, I think. At one point, he was like 98-0. Crazy record until I believe it was Oscar de la Hoya that shut his record down, unfortunately. But by then, Julio Cesar was way out of his prime, way older than Oscar de la Hoya. And Oscar de la Hoya was like, not in his prime, but very young, and kind of already at that level, like that champion level. So I wouldn't say, it's not like Julio Cesar lost in his prime to Oscar de la Hoya. But anyway, homeboy should have retired with a perfect record, but he wanted to get to that 100. But yeah, I like that he gave him the Mexican colors. I like that they gave him the bandana, because that is, or the headband, I guess, because very traditional, he wears that out into the ring. Without that, it might be kind of hard to recognize him, really. Very plain kind of face on this pop. Right, another bag from Hot Topic. Oh, values. I can see this one maybe, I don't know, going up to $20 or so once it's vaulted. Not sure how popular Julio Cesar Chavez is with like younger Mexicans. If this was Canelo Alvarez and they didn't make too many, then I'd say, yeah, maybe that would be a future grail. I don't see this one going up too much in price either because there already is that red dress, very valuable Elvira. This one is definitely not going to get to those prices. That one is very rare, and this one isn't. So don't see this one going up in price very much either. And I don't know about Vincent Price either. This one's a little trickier because he does have a cult following, but, how many Funko collectors are aware of Vincent Price? How many of them like him enough to want to own a pop? Probably not that many. This might be one of those pops for horror fans, classic movie fans that aren't necessarily pop collectors, but would want something like this because, let's be honest, there's not a lot of Vincent Price merch out there, and this is kind of cute, and it does look a lot like him. So out of these three, I think this one has the most potential to go up in value, but I'd be surprised if it really does. All right, next Hot Topic pop also was just shipped in a bag. So this is a pop I've been wanting for a while, Iron Mike Tyson. And this pop is in mint condition. So the sorter and the bag held up. Thank goodness. Mike Tyson came out pretty good. I mean, not so much, the face, not so much they can do to the face, but they did give him, I forget what that's called when they do a little line in the hair. Definitely makes him very recognizable as Mike Tyson. Black shoes, black shorts. Very, very cool. Would have been cool if this had a chase version with Mike wearing the towel. Because he kind of he wasn't very flashy. Sometimes his entrance gear or robe, he used to literally cut a hole in a towel and just drape it over himself. I thought that was always really cool that he did that. It would have been cool to have a chase of that. Here are the other ones. Honestly, I don't know who Ryan Garcia is. And the Oscar de la Hoya one, I don't know. I just don't like how they did the hair and everything. Not gonna lie, these boxing pops, sculpt-wise, design-wise, not super interesting. But, it's Mike Tyson. Alright, here's one from Entertainment Earth. So this is one of the Demon Slayer pops. I honestly think that this series might be one of the most interesting series of the year when it comes to the sculpt and the design. They put so much movement into the sculpt of these robes, these poses. Of course, the anime pops look great hair-wise. Although in execution, the yellow in the hair is a little jarring at first, but when you're not looking at it super, super close, I do like the big contrast between the orange and the yellow. Makes it very visually striking. This pop came out really, really nice. And I'm halfway through the series. I started watching it, really started liking it, got distracted. I'm halfway, so please don't give me any spoilers. Now this one, I'm not sure where it's from. I'm not even sure if it's a pop, so there might be a quick cut here. Okay, it is pops. Okay, so I think this is Toy Tokyo. I think. No, this is a GameStop. So, lately, GameStop has been my favorite place to order pops because they have good prices. They're usually a little bit cheaper than most places, and their shipping has been pretty excellent. And they have free shipping for, I believe, orders over 35 or maybe even 30. Could be 50. I think it's 35. Anyway, they have free shipping on orders over either 30 or 50. And if you buy Funko Pops, you know that it's very easy to get to 30 bucks. You know, it's 3 pops. Because GameStop sells them a little cheaper. So I highly recommend ordering from GameStop. They're great with pre-orders. I haven't been led astray by them recently. Alright, camera died there, but this is Polaris from the X-Men and Snakeface. And look at how cool she looks. And they went ahead and made her glow in the dark. They didn't put out a common and then put this one out and made it glow in the dark. They just made it glow in the dark. And I like that. I wish Funko did that more. Just give us the character the way it's supposed to be. And these are some of the older X-Men pops. And excuse me. These are some of the older X-Men pops. And I do like that this one looks a little bit more modern than these ones. But they didn't make her too detailed, too modern, where it doesn't look like it kind of goes with these anymore, if that makes sense. Like, for example, like compare the original Iron Man. And then try to put that Iron Man with some of the more modern Marvel pops. It's just going to look funny because that original is just too plain. But they got a happy medium with this one where she looks simple like these older X-Men pops, but also very dynamic and cool and glow in the dark. Also really like that they made her eyes green. Really makes it pop. And Snakeface. Now I'm guessing, like, this is not one of the toys I had as a kid. I had some He-Man toys, but not Snakeface. Was his action, like, you know how back in the day, the He-Man pops, they all had to have some kind of, you know, kung fu grip or action or something like that, right? Did you squeeze his belly or something and his eyes would pop out? Because the way they're sculpted, it looks like that's what this figure did. So if you had Snakeface as a kid, let me know what the action feature was. Okay, so this is Toy Tokyo. And Toy Tokyo in the past hasn't had the best shipping. Protection-wise. Like, they would just kind of put them in boxes, just barely fitting. No real protection except for maybe a sheet of paper. But this time, they put their actual pop in a pop protector. And I can tell it's a nice, decent, thick protector. Very nice. And the soda, they wrapped up in paper because, yeah, I mean, from a collecting standpoint, part of the cool things about the Funko sodas is the packaging. And the last thing you want is for it to get scratched, right? Or for, like, if you want to keep these sealed, for this to rip off. So, very well protected. This Roboto soda. And look, I'm not a soda collector. Like, maybe if they came out with a soda for a property I really liked, and they didn't make them, like, with the eyes too close together so they look kind of cross-eyed, I might get some. But As for now, they don't interest me that much. I do appreciate the design, but I'm not going to open this one because I'm going to give it to a friend for Christmas. So you're not going to know if it's a chase or not. I'm not going to know. Just got to have that discipline, man. And here's Zodak. One of the more memorable Masters of the Universe characters for me. There's something about this face design that I never really forgot. Very solid recent wave of Masters of the Universe. And I wasn't even that fond of this new merman, but now that I know more of the history, you know, why they changed the head up a little bit from the original merman, it makes sense. I like it. It's kind of like in the original toys, Merman and Stinkor had kind of the same head mold. So when Funko went to retro toys for He-Man instead of television, they made the toy version of Merman, which is a little different than the animated version. And it does have the same head as Stinkor, and Funko repainted Stinkor's head. Pretty interesting, nice touch for fans of the original toys. So when I thought it was redundant, now I think it's pretty clever, and I really like it. And also this Zodak, and yeah, Toy Tokyo did a good job shipping. Only thing is, they charged me $20 to ship. It is the most expensive place as of now to buy Funko Pops when it comes to their shipping. Very, very expensive, but they're not a huge corporation. They don't have a big deal, you know, with the mail service, you know. And it's New York, you know, rent's probably high. But still, very expensive shipping, but at least the shipping was about as perfect as it can get. So we'll go from perfect shipping to Walmart, which is the absolute worst place to buy Pops. And I never, ever, ever recommend you buy Pops from Walmart unless there's really no alternative. I mean, there's always an alternative, right? You can buy the Walmart exclusive Pop on eBay, but, you know, if it's 3 times the price, I guess you can take your chance, you know? If it comes damaged, then, you know, you go and spend some more money. Exclusive Pops, cheap, take a chance. So as you can see, at least it was bubble wrap, but that's all they do. Bubble wrap, throw it in here. I was going to say before, I want to say like 9 out of 10 times, Walmart damaged Pop. It looks like I got very, very lucky with this Cobra bat. I've talked about this bat before because this is the second one I have now. But mainly what I really liked about this one was the way they designed the chest to make it look like a lenticular image like it is on the original. The original has a sticker with a lenticular image where you move it from side to side, you know, the image kind of moves. And it's like sculpted and hollow on the inside with a piece of plastic over it with little lines, but it does mimic that lenticular effect very well. Now this one is also Hot Topic. Now maybe I didn't notice correctly, but I know Hot Topic took away the $2 for people that were VIPs, right? And I think they're going to up it to $5.99 or whatever. But I thought they were going to honor the VIPs throughout the rest of the year, throughout the rest of next year. And any new people were going to pay full price, but VIPs were going to continue to pay $2. And I could have swore last time I went to Hot Topic, it was charging me more than $2, unless there's some kind of threshold you have to hit now, like $50 or something to get the $2 shipping. I don't know. Let me know if you know, or if I'm just tripping and they are charging, you know, $2 for just one Pop or whatever. For VIP members still. So speaking of No Time to Die, this is Paloma. And she's not in the movie for very long, but I really liked her character to the point where if they made like a spin-off TV show or a spin-off movie where she's the main character and then Daniel Craig, or I mean James Bond, comes into her movie for like 10-15 minutes, I think that would be really cool. Like, I would watch that. Just have this girl be, you know, a super spy and have James Bond help her out for a little bit. Would be kind of cool. I don't know. I just thought she was very interesting. I loved every moment of her on the screen. Not going to get any of these other ones. Because honestly, the villain I thought was pretty weak. I already have a Daniel Craig James Bond. But yeah, the new character of Paloma, I really liked. Pop came out pretty decent. Maybe a little plain. But still pretty cool. Like, I'm not sure if out of the package, I would instantly recognize her as Paloma from No Time to Die. But maybe eventually. And here we have Mr. Toad. And I gotta say that the 65th anniversary Disney Pops have some of my favorite box design. I really love how they made them look aged. They did a really, really good job with that. And I don't know, the material for the cardboard they used feels nice and solid and crisp as well. Really like the box design for this one. And I really like this Toad. Although, you know, there's an original Toad like this that, you know, doesn't have the Carmania eyes. And that one's cool. Cool box and everything. Very expensive. Then they put this one out. Which is exactly the same, I believe, except for they gave, what do they call it? Automania, right? Something like that. When he's driving the car and he gets all excited. But then there's also a Pop Ride with Mr. Toad in his car. And that's actually when he gets these crazy eyes, is when he's driving. And he doesn't have them in the Pop in the car. But he does have them in this one where he's just standing. Kind of weak. Like, I understand why they put it on this one. And I like that they put it on this one. That's why I bought it. But they really should have put these eyes on the Pop Ride. Okay, now this one, I'm really not sure where it's from either. Awesome. So, more printer ink. And the Pop. So, this must have been from Amazon. And this is Ahsoka from Mandalorian, the grown-up Ahsoka. And she's pretty cool. I don't regret buying her, but I already have, like, a couple of Ahsokas, especially the original one that I think is really, really cool. But I did like that she's wearing a hood in this one, at least. And it does look pretty cool. If this were to come out now, I might have skipped this one. Yeah, all of these other ones that I pulled out, I don't see many of them going up in value very much. Maybe this guy eventually, once they're vaulted, and if they don't make another one, maybe. But as far as some of these other ones, I mean, maybe the Masters of the Universe might go up to like 30, 40. Maybe he's already there, maybe he's 100, and I'm just talking out of my ass, but I don't see those going up in price very much. Like Paloma, I don't think they made very many of her. I don't see her everywhere. I highly doubt they're ever going to make another one. Will she go up in price a lot? Probably not either. It's just don't see the demand for her there. And kind of the same for this one. Like, I just don't see this one going up in price very much. There's a lot of Ahsokas already. But yeah, it's not bad. One more, and it's really big, and there's a chance for a chase if I think this is what it is. If this is what I think it's gonna be. Yes, it is. So if this isn't damaged, I'll be pretty shocked, because pops of this size, for them to come undamaged, very rare. Is it a chase? Is it a chase? No chase. Just the regular, but not gonna lie, I do feel like the regular one is kind of cooler looking than the chase, especially if you don't have the original. So Unfortunately, my plastic is cracked. It's cracked all up and down here. So, obviously not mint. But that's the thing. With these giant pops, so hard to get them mint. The box actually doesn't look too bad. It's hard for me to get it in frame here. But the box is actually... You know, I'm not going to say mint, because with such a big box and thick cardboard, right, you're always going to have, like, little spots like this, or, you know, little, you know, like little bends, little dings like this, which are very, very minimal. And if this window wasn't cracked, then, you know, I would be very happy. I'd be, oh, this is mint. But it's not, unfortunately. But this is definitely something that's meant to be taken out of the box, because it is so big. It's kind of like a centerpiece. But yeah, there he is, Galactus with a Silver Surfer. Not bad. A little bummed though. That is starting to bug me. But yeah, I'll probably eventually just take this guy out, put him on my desk. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you've picked up recently, especially if you picked up this big giant Galactus. Let me know how your box came in. Did you get a crack? Did you get a chase? Do you know if these big giant size ones, the chases, are 1 in 6, or are they a little bit more common? Sometimes with these bigger figures, or the rides, or some of the deluxes, they make the chases a little more common than 1 in 6. So yeah, let me know.